everyone, today we're going to be looking at the latest release of Pure, that's 0.165, and of course this is from Peter Bose. Now there are some updates today in Pure and I'm going to be going through those later in the video. I'm also going to be showing you how to install and uninstall Pure correctly, and also where to check those all important settings. And of course I have got a mod for you today and we're going to go through that in a moment. Before we do that, remember to check out the rest of the channel. Do subscribe if you like what you see, it really helps me out with YouTube, as does liking the video and sharing and commenting on the video. Let's jump into today's mod then, and this is a Assetto performance mod with help from MNBA and Tony Cook. So this is the BMW M3 CS G80 2023 Kai. This has got a whopping 820 brake horsepower, nearly 1000 Newton meters of torque. It will do 220 miles an hour. Physics are by VR driving, and it comes with a ton of extras as well as all this gorgeous detail on the engine and interior. So this has Android Auto, bucket seats, custom intakes, those Venturi ones, absolutely brilliant. Matt Armstrong has put those on his recent M5 videos. M Racing yellow headlights, head-up display, the hood, door, ambient lighting, and a number of other extras on those all-important CSP buttons, which are normally mapped to your keypad buttons. Do check them out in your content manager settings if you've not used them before. But this car is brilliant, and you can see it's got lots of things for you to explore on it. Next then, we're going to jump into how to safely install Pure if you've never done it before, and also how to uninstall it if you do want to remove it and run something else. Do also remember Pure is available from Peter's Patreon page, and the link is in the description. Here we are then on my desktop, and I do get a number of questions about my backgrounds on here. This is Wallpaper Engine. Check it out on Steam. Okay then, we've downloaded the latest version of Pure 0.165, and you can see we've got the folder there, and we've also got all of the different folders inside that we're going to install. Do also remember to check out the documentation if you're not sure, but this tutorial should help you install and uninstall correctly. And you can see we've got these two bat files at the bottom here. So whether you've already got Pure installed or it's a fresh install, it runs exactly the same. So you double click on that and it's going to ask you where your Assetto Corsa root directory is. So as you can see here, I have a Steam folder actually on one of my hard drives, and I'm just going to go into Common and I can see Assetto Corsa there. So just highlight the top part of Assetto Corsa and then press OK. You'll see in the black command box there, it's removing my version of Pure that I've got installed at the moment. So that does that automatically, and then it reinstalls the new version of Pure. If you don't have Pure installed, it will just install the new version of Pure. Right at the bottom it says installation complete, and then press any key to continue. And that is literally it, but there is a couple of things that we just need to check though in Content Manager. We'll do that in a moment. If you do want to uninstall Pure and not reinstall it again, you can just use the uninstall_pure.bat right at the bottom of those folders. So let's go into Content Manager now and just have a double check of what we've actually installed, and this is a really good way to understand that you are going to run the latest version of Pure. So when you go into Content Manager, go into settings, and the first thing just to double check is this about and updates piece at the top here, and make sure you're on one of the latest versions of CSP. To run Skydomes you need 1.78, to run Pure you need 1.76, so just get the latest version of public 1.79 if you need to. Now if you then go into settings and weather effects, you'll see that if we click on weather script, we are now running the latest version of Pure, so make sure that's highlighted if you want to run Pure. If you've just got Pure installed and no Sol, you will still have Sol 2.4 down on this controller script, and that's the one that controls all the weather. So those two work in conjunction with each other, and if you've got Sol installed, that's fine, you can just switch between Pure and Sol. So before we go into what's new, let's just double check that we've actually got this installed correctly and we can run the Pure config. So you'll see that on the right hand task menu here, and the first thing I do, because it's a new install of Pure, is always put it on very high. That's what I run it at the moment. Also you can check on sky, clouds, PP filters, shaders, and all those other tabs at the top. Do remember, if you change something and you're not sure what you've changed there, you can also reset it. Now the new Skydomes are 16K. As Peter has said in his introduction to the latest version of Pure, having the older Skydomes or the newer ones don't really make that much difference performance wise, but they will look very different. They actually sit in the VRAM on your GPU. Now you can also see here what PP filter that you've got installed. Pure Candy has had an update that's new for this version of Pure. So we're going to take a look at what that looks like with some of the different weather effects. It's also worth just having a bit of an explore through some of these tabs as well. You can't really break anything, as I said, because you can reset it. So do have a look and experiment if you want to. It could give you that particular look and feel that you're looking for on Assetto Corsa. So I'm going to go through some weathers here in the background and you can see just how good this looks. But what is new in 0.165? So the first thing is that there's 5 new sky domes. These have been reworked and sharpened. So these are the 16K sky domes that you can see in the footage today. Also, there's a reworked night sky domes, including a new reworked moon. So this is actually done from NASA scans and it looks absolutely fantastic. And also the night sky has been redone as a total. There's also new improved lighting with new exposure handling. And the good news is this has actually been integrated into Pure Candy and also the Pure Linear PP filters. And there's also 5 different exposure modes within those, so lots to experiment with there. Peter does talk about on the update that this is going to be a great base for future PP filters. Also, Pure Candy has updated glare settings, and I do see the difference in Pure Candy. I always use Pure Candy for most of my racing in Assetto Corsa, and I've really noticed the difference in this new update. Well, we've had a look there at a number of dry weathers, but what about the rain weather? So here we are then, we've got thunderstorms and heavy rain. I'm just going to show you those running on Pure. Do remember, of course, that if you've not got external rain, you do need to download and install the latest version of CSP Preview, which is on Ilya's Patreon page. The latest version of that CSP Preview, the rain version, is 1.80 Preview 115, and if you want any more information on that, I've got videos on the channel that show you how to install it and what it does. The latest public version of CSP is of course 1.79. It's also got a load of great stuff in there, but you're not going to get external rain. So if you've got any questions about Pure or about CSP and Sol and how they work, do check out the rest of the videos on the channel. So I love this BMW that we've featured today. The link is in the description. It's completely free. Also do check out simrace247.com for all your latest motorsport and sim racing news. See you soon, guys.